everybody, what is going on? This is Eric from Online Biz TV, where we teach you everything you need to know about doing business online. In today's video, we're going to discuss our own outreach strategy when it comes to SaaS and micro SaaS. Stay tuned. Before we get started, if you haven't already, please make sure to hit that subscribe button so you know whenever we release new videos. Hit the like button, so YouTube get us some extra traffic. And if you have any questions or comments during the video, just make sure to comment them in the comment section below, and I promise to answer each and every one of you. So you probably know this by now, but if you have any type of online business, no matter if it's e-commerce, an agency, you provide any type of service, if you have a SaaS or a micro SaaS, you need to find some ways to generate leads and then later on convert them into paying customers. The easiest way to get started would probably be to run some paid ads on either Facebook or Google to start collecting emails. The issue is that sometimes these leads might be unqualified or not as targeted as you would like, and it just might be too expensive for you. So when you're just getting started and you're bootstrapped, it's a good idea to have a look at these alternative ways of generating leads, ways that are more guerrilla and that are better for beginners compared to, established brand that can spend money on generating leads. And as I promised, in this video, I'm going to cover our methods and the way we generate new leads for our business. Let's dive right into our methods. The first tool you need to be familiar with, and it's not a cheap tool, it's called BuiltWith. And what BuiltWith is actually doing is scraping the web and creating a list of all the users in any given technology across the web. Now, the way to use BuiltWith is to actually figure out what types of software or apps your customers will use. It can be either through competitors or through complementing software. Let's say that for us, we build apps for e-commerce. Let's say that our customers use Shopify as a platform, or if I'm aiming for the French market, maybe PrestaShop, you can actually open an account in BuiltWith, search for these technologies, and get a huge list of all the users that are using these platforms, including addresses, email addresses, social profiles, estimated revenue, and all of that, and later on use that to reach out to these customers and get them into your software. Let me jump into my screen and I'll show you around. Okay guys, so this is what BuiltWith is look like. You can search for any technology and get a list of all the users for that platform. Okay, so let's say that I'm building a micro SaaS for an intercom integration. Let's just search for intercom and let's see what comes up in the statistics. So as you can see, there are 112,191 live websites using intercom at the moment. You can see that the graph is going up. And you can also see breakdown by countries. You can see a lot of other things. Now, if you want to get the full list, including all the details in there, you will need to have a paid subscription. Now, as you can see, it's not that cheap. It's about $500. So what I would recommend doing is just get the subscription for 1 month, get all the reports you need, export them, and then just disable your account. In the future, if you'll need it again, you can just pay for 1 more month and that's it. Okay guys, so this is BuiltWith, and this is the first step in, beginning your outreach process. So you now have a huge list of leads, of at least websites or businesses that can be a good fit for your business. Now, how do you actually reach out to them? How do you actually find the right, person within the business to talk to? Let's move on to the next tool, which is Snov.io. And this is a tool we use for a bunch of different things, and it's really a smart tool that allows you to use bulk domain search to find different LinkedIn profile and the relevant email addresses of actually decision makers within the business. It's also allowing you to create drip campaigns via email to start actually the outreach process. Okay, so this is Snov.io. I'm just gonna log into my account. So this is my account dashboard looks like, and this is the prospects area where I can see all of my leads, all of the companies that I'm trying to reach out to. The next part that you should find interesting is the search. And not only that, the bulk domain search. This is where you can paste all of the domains you got from BuiltWith and then find the relevant emails of the decision makers within these businesses in Snov.io and later on send them a bunch of email campaigns. This is what the bulk domain search look like. There's a help video here to help you understand what's going on. Basically what you need to do is just some basic modification to the file you exported from BuiltWith and then upload it over here, then click the search button and you'll see the results you're getting. I'm just gonna upload a random file here. Okay, so I just uploaded a demo file just to show you what it looks like. Once you played with the settings, you can just click search, and what Snovio is going to do is basically going to search the web for the relevant email addresses and LinkedIn profiles to get you the best matches to the companies you've searched. Once Snovio is done, just click the add to list button and then go to list. And this is what you're basically getting. So out of the 4 domains I was looking for, I got 6 different emails of decision makers within the company, including their role within the company and their LinkedIn profiles. Now that's a good start, and now we're ready to get started. The next thing you can do is to actually start a drip email campaign to the leads you just got through Snovio. As you can see, I already have a bunch of active campaigns, and as you can see, we have somewhere between 40 to 70% open rate. Click rate goes between 0 to 5%, really depends on what we try to achieve with this campaign, and the reply rate, which is about 2 to 3%. Something like that. Now let me just click on one of the campaigns and show you what it looks like from the inside. So as you can see, this campaign was sent to about 1,600 people. It's a series of about 6 emails with different subject lines, so we A/B tested everything to see what's going on. As you can see from the first email and 5 different versions of that email, we found a winner and sent it to the rest of the recipients. If you want to see the content of the email, you just need to click it and you'll see a preview right here. Of course, you can personalize everything based on the company name, first name, last name, etc. And this is where you get them to do a bunch of stuff. Now, what's going to be the exact content of your emails? That definitely depends on your company, so I'm not going to dive too deep into that. But if you want us to share with you best practices and templates for email cold outreach, please just type in templates in the comment section. And by the way, if you're already doing email outreach, please just type yes in the comment section below. That's going to help the YouTube algorithm to know that you like the video. Yeah, this is what we're doing with Snov, and that's very basic stuff. There's also an integration with the next tool that is relevant, which is Pipedrive. Pipedrive is the tool we're using to manage all of our sales activities from a single dashboard. It's a CRM. Now let's head over to Pipedrive. So as you can see here, this is Pipedrive and this is our pipeline. We can see we created a series of actions that a user needs to take in order to become a paying customer, and we basically take them through the funnel. And our sales agents are going through this every day, see if anything needs to be updated. And if you want to go inside any lead, you can just click on it and see all the activity. Now, the integration between Snov and Pipedrive is basically sending all the leads from Snovio into pipeline, and obviously if they taken any action, opened any email, clicked an email, it's going to be mentioned in here, as well as if they replied to the email. So this is great. Example with this engaged customer. So as you can see with this customer, we can see that this deal is about $90 a month, and we can see that there's already been some activities here. I can see that our sales agent went through this and they had some email exchange, and I see that they scheduled the demo, and Pipedrive has its own app store to really integrate with anything, so you should really check it out. It's an awesome tool. There are a lot of other alternatives, but this is the one we use because it's the most affordable, and it seems like it's working pretty well. And now that we can do some email outreach, that's a good start, but we want to take it to the next level. I think email marketing is okay, but it's pretty familiar, and by now pretty much every business owner is used to get spammed by tons on tons of emails. So we can talk about how to penetrate through this clutter and write good emails that actually going to get some response rate and going to convert leads into customers. And again, if you want us to make a video about it, just comment in the comment section below. But there are other alternative ways to get the job done. Another awesome way, and this is why I insisted on Snovio, it's because it's helping you find the LinkedIn profiles of your prospects. Another great tool you need to be familiar with is Linked Fusion. Linked Fusion pretty much allows you to do automation similar to what we've done with email, just with LinkedIn. It allows you to send a bunch of connection requests, which is similar to friend requests on Facebook, just you can add some sort of a message to it. With Linked Fusion, you can not only send these connection requests, but also once approved, you can send a bunch of automated series of messages to your prospects to, actually start a conversation with them. So that's a great automation tool. Again, let's just jump into my screen and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is what Linked Fusion looks like. These are all of my campaigns. As you can see, I have 5 different pages of campaigns. You can see exactly how many connection requests I tried sending, how many were accepted, and then if there's any response rate, what was the response rate. So again, you can use this for a bunch of different objectives. For us, it's mostly converting leads into paying customers, but you can use this for partners as well. There is also an integration with Pipedrive, obviously, that allows you to sync new leads from LinkedFusion into Pipedrive CRM and then manage the conversation from there, which is great. So the way LinkedFusion works is you need to create some sequences. You can do that by heading over to sequences and then just click on add new. Now you can create either an invitation sequence, which basically is a connection request, and then messaging sequence that's going to happen right after the invitation was approved. All right, so let's start with the invitation sequence. Now the second part would be to actually define the way the sequence works. So let's just give it a name and call it test sequence. I'm not going to use all of these smart settings, but obviously these are things you can look at. It's all about smart mode, keeping some messages, you can change the time zones and all of that. I just want to show you the basic setup. So let's say that my tool is for salespeople. So what I can do is just head over to LinkedIn, type in the search bar sales manager, or any sales related type of job. You can do anything you want to do with the filters in here. You can target specific companies or specific locations or anything else you want pretty much. And then what you want to do is just copy this URL here and then paste it in here. What it's going to do basically, LinkedFusion is going to take everyone that is in this list and going to generate a lead out of it, then start the sequence for all the people in this list. So that would be one way. The other way would be to upload a CSV file. And the beautiful thing about it is you can use the leads from Snov.io. Whenever you use the bulk domain search option, you got a huge lead list, including key decision makers within the business. And now you can export this file. There is a column only for LinkedIn profiles, and you can upload it right here and use this sequence for these leads. Now, after you've configured your lead list, it's time to move on to the next step, and then you just need to create the actual connection message. You can set it up by clicking here, type in whatever you want. There's also some personalization tags, and then you can just submit it and start going. Now, you can see how powerful this strategy is. From nothing, you can now send tens of emails a day to new leads. You can also reach out to them via LinkedIn. So this is very powerful and you can get started real quick. Okay, so this is everything you need to know about LinkedIn automation and LinkedFusion. Obviously, there is tons more to learn, but I don't want to go through each and everything. Obviously, again, if you're already doing LinkedIn automation, please just hit yes. If no, just hit no in the comment section. It's just gonna help the YouTube algorithm learn that this is a high value video for you. So if you like it, hit it. Yeah, one other thing also, if you want us to talk about some more in-depth videos about LinkedIn automation, about different templates that works in terms of connection request or for the follow-up messages, just let us know and we can share some more content about this. Just comment templates in the comment section below and we'll make sure to either upload a free template or just make a separate video about this. Now, before we wrap up this video, you now have a CRM to manage everything from a single place. You have LinkedIn automation, you have email automation, and you have built with that help you generate endless amount of leads. There's one other thing that I would like you to test, and this is something that works for us, especially at the beginning when we just started out. Not a lot of people are using this tool because it's a little more technical, but it's insane in terms of the results you can get from it. This tool is called Phantom Buster. And the beautiful thing about this tool is that it's really powerful in terms of automations, and it can work with a lot of different platforms, a lot of different websites, so you better check it out. Now, let's just jump into the Phantom Buster website and I'll show you how it works. Okay, so this is Phantom Buster, and what you need to know about it is that you can do a lot of stuff with it, and it's very powerful. I'll show you what I'm using it for, but there's endless opportunities here. So what it does basically, it's allowing you to create a set of automations. Each one is called Phantom. So if you go over to Phantoms from the homepage, you can see all categories. So, and you see how many options there are. There are TikTok automations, GitHub automations, Product Hunt automations, Slack automations, which is also powerful, and we're also using this one, but that's not the one I'm going to discuss in this video. YouTube automation, you can do YouTube channel scraper, YouTube video scraper, YouTube videos extractor, LinkedIn, Sales Navigator, Instagram, Twitter, a lot of cool stuff. We are using it for Facebook. This is where it gets cool. First of all, if you want to use Phantom Buster with Facebook, you'll need to insert or buy certain proxies to make sure that they're using location that is similar to yours. Otherwise, Facebook might block you. So we're using a combination of two Phantoms from the Facebook automation list here. The first one is Facebook Group Extractor. That will allow you to provide a URL of a given group and get a list of all the profile URLs within that group. So what you need to do here, the first step would be to find a bunch of groups that you know your customers are in. For example, for us, we build apps for Shopify, so we searched for a bunch of Shopify groups, and then we exported a huge list of all the URLs of all the members in these groups. Okay, so that's the first part. The second one would be to take this list of URLs and then just use this automation, this phantom, which is Facebook message sender. And this will allow you to send a personalized DM message to each one of the list of profiles you provided. And this is super powerful because almost no one is doing automated Facebook outreach, and from what we've seen, it works great. So I just wanted to add that as a summary. I'll show you what it looks like, although I think there is nothing really to see from here. So yeah, this can just show you the amount of active phantoms we got. The only one that is currently active is the Facebook message sender, and it sends about 60 different Facebook messages a day. Now, one thing that you need to know about Facebook message sender is that sometimes it goes into the spam folder within Facebook. In Facebook Messenger, there is a spam folder, but you know, sometimes people get back to it like 3 months after. They just check their spam folder on the Messenger, they see your message, and then they get back to you. So that can be very powerful. It just may take some time. I think this is it about Phantom Buster. I'm just gonna go back to the camera. Okay guys, so yeah, this is how you do Facebook outreach automation, which is something that almost no one is doing and is very effective. Now, if you want us again to give you some templates of what working best in terms of Facebook outreach, please just type in Facebook templates below and I'll make sure to add like a free template or something that we found works best. Okay guys, this is it. I think I gave you pretty much anything and everything you need to know about outreach. This is a very basic information. I didn't dive too deep into each and every of these tools, but the principles in this video should apply to any online business, especially if you're around the world of software, SaaS, services, and anything like that. Also, it's very important that you understand what you can get from these tools. It doesn't have to be all about direct customers. It can also be great outreach tools for partners, tech partners, agency partners, anyone who you think can get you some extra traffic. If it's about content and marketing, it doesn't have to be direct customers of your software. So I think this is it. If you have any questions, please make sure to comment them in the comment section below and I promise we will answer. If you like the video, please hit that like button and click the subscribe button so you know whenever we release new videos. We love to give you some extra content, but you can support us by at least liking the video. I'll see you in the next video. You guys have a great day. Ciao.